Who are we talking about?
What's up, y'all? Let's just get into the video. I am not here to waste your time. We're going to talk about Brooklyn and Brian. Am I the only one that noticed with every inmate calling, we get to see their face? Brian is the only person on this show that when he calls, we don't get to see a video call at all. And she got recorded in her, not that she said it, but she got more money than everybody else. You should be able to pay these little people, because I do that shit. You pay these people so you can get some video visits. So I'm trying to figure out, why have we not seen Brian's face on the video? Or did I miss something? I don't think I did. Please refresh my memory if I did. But I think so far we just hear his damn voice. So as I was watching last week's episode, I said, this feels like she is in a monologue. Just her by herself, walking around the house, looking for her keys, can't find shit. It just, I'm telling you, I just feel paused by this chick. So she's getting ready to go meet his ass at the jailhouse, but she ain't going there to pick him up. She just want to see if the deputies would just so happen to let him stop, get out the damn car, coming from the prison, on their way to a halfway house, just to give her a hug and a kiss. I said, it's too early because I said, what the fuck? I said, no. What we doing, Brooklyn? What we doing? And I'm gonna stick to it. Like I said in my last video, I feel like she just said, let's just get on love after lockup. At this point, Brian, they ain't even got to see your damn face. You know why? You're not gonna get paid anyway, so they don't need to see you. I'm the only one that's gonna get paid, because the shit just feels, it's like I said, I got a little pause with Brooklyn and Brian. I need to see Brian on the damn video call. So of course, on her way out, he called. We don't get to see his face. He called. She let him know that she is on her way to go try to meet him and get a little kiss or something. Said if the lady don't stop, she gonna beat his ass. That's what she's saying. Of course, she was joking and shit. So anyway, she get to the damn prison, and here she is doing her little monologue when she see the damn prison. So then she get out the damn car, and she take off her pajamas, and she got on a whole ass dress. And then she put on these heels. And then production, like I said, I don't know who the hell your cameraman is this season. If it's a woman, if it's a man, I feel like it's a woman, because whoever's behind that camera, you do shit that's wrong. You did not have to put the camera on the back of that lady's feet like that. You didn't have to do that shit. You purposely went around and did that shit just so we can see. Why you guys doing this shit to these people this season? Why? So I don't know where this boy is calling her from. If he had got to that the halfway house must have just been down the street. I do not know. I don't know if they cut and then went back to some shit. But anyway, as she's driving there, he calls her, of course, and let her know that he's there, but she can't go visit. She feel like she want to go, can I come see you? No, he's in a halfway house. Even as a mom, I didn't get to do that. Once I dropped his ass off, it's blackout. You don't get to see him. Period. That's it. So apparently, she dropping some stuff off, and he wants her to pick up his paperwork and his tablet, which makes no sense to me. Why would you want her to take your shit? It's not like you're going back to prison. You are in a halfway house. I'm going to assume some of those papers and some of that shit you gonna need. And why would you just forget that you got a picture of a whole ass person in the back of your damn phone? Which, by the way, when she pulled that picture out and it's blurred, I said, that shit look like Serena Williams. Look like they got a fake picture of this Serena Williams. It looked like her body and the hair. I'm just saying, it just looked that way to me. I don't know. So I said, okay, is this the setup, Brooklyn and Brian? Now that you done found this picture, he done called, and you're going to ask him what's up, what he doing. He's like, what the fuck's wrong? He didn't say it like that. I'm just saying it like that. So is this, we probably will never see Brian, because now they just going to call back and forth and argue. That's what we got going on. That's what I see. Because I don't know if he's getting out or if they really even put a release date. I don't think we're going to see Brian, y'all. But I hope we do. But I just don't think we're going to see. We're going to wait for it and see where this shit goes. Because I feel like this is a little setup. Now that she got the picture, they just going to argue she going to break it off with him. Said she ain't going to get used by this man in prison. I don't know, y'all. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you think. Savannah finally got some from Bradley. Bradley said he could only last 45 seconds. Actually, he started off with 45. Then he said it probably was 20 to 30 seconds. But for her, she said it felt like they was making love. I said, well, it sounded like he stepped in a puddle and stepped out of that motherfucking puddle. That's what it sounded like to me. You can't have or make no love in 45 seconds. He couldn't even do 60 seconds. Then he dropped the shit down to maybe 20 to 30. He said for him it was a 10, maybe her a 3. You can't get nothing but 2-3 pumps off 20, 30 seconds. If that, you just now that's getting it in. And what the fuck? Why? I wouldn't even tell nobody that, but he wasn't ashamed to say the shit. He's like, fuck, I've been locked up for as long as I have been locked up, so that's all I had to give. And that's all he wanted to give her ass in the first damn place. So their whole issue, because I don't want to spend a whole lot of time on them. I really don't give a shit about their little storyline. But anyway, he's having a party. And he wants to make sure that nothing jumps off between Alyssa and Savannah at this party. So they get together, have a little dinner. Everything worked out. Alyssa actually owned her shit. But she's bipolar and she's mad. My question would have been, are you on your meds? So I'm going to assume when Alyssa told Savannah that the family hates her, she was just lying. She was just trying to get up under her skin. But I got a feeling you said something that's probably somewhat true. And it seemed like that boy don't like his own family. I don't know what's going on with their family, but we gonna see the drama pop off at this damn party. There's no way that something is not going to happen at this party. According to Alyssa, it's gonna be the old gang. People that ain't been around in a while. So it's gonna be some shit said. You never know. But let's skip over that for a minute. Let's give a shout out to Amber. As I was driving home, I like to drive home from work and listen to shit. I said, oh, what? The truth about the breakup? I said, oh shit, they ass already broke up. I said, let me see what's going on. So of course, Savannah said she done found some damn little messages in his damn phone. I guess he been messing with the men's too and been telling them to text him ass on Xbox and shit. So he got a little man thing going on. That's what she's saying. I don't know how true that is, and I don't even give a fuck. I just thought I'd just let you guys know, and I'm sure you guys already did, though. You probably saw the shit before I did. That would explain that 45, 20, or 30 second pump that he gave your ass just to get it over with. JK and Brooke. Now I know I talked about this man's teeth. I know I did. I always do shit like that because it's there. It's in my face. But I like JK. And you know why I like JK? Because I like the way JK treats his mama. I like the fact that he did not blame his mama for his transgressions. I like that. He's a stand-up guy doing that. They say the way a man treat a woman, his mama, he'll treat you right. The problem is JK gonna treat a few of you, but that's right. I think that's gonna be the issue. But I like the love that he has for his mom. Just I like that. I like JK. But mama didn't think it was so funny sitting there talking about babies and shit and sex. Because she said if she have to go in there, she'll wrap that thing up herself. No love, no glove. What'd she say? No glove, no love. If you don't put it on, she said, don't let me come in there and put that shit on myself. And here you got Brooke. I guess they can't afford a hotel. They should have, well, he can't get a hotel. He actually could only go out to eat. And then he got to take his ass back to his mama house because that's where he's going to be on house arrest. He's on what? He can leave from 8 to 5 during the week, but on the weekend, he just stuck in the house like he's still in jail, but at least he at home and shit. So he can't do shit. So I don't know how he gonna get his fuckery on. I just don't know how it's gonna happen. But she trying to figure out how they gonna get their groove on because they gonna be at their mama's house. And he said, I don't care what we do it. He gonna do it in the shed, in the woods, in the garage, in the car. They gonna find the damn place. But I think, Brooke, you need to be a little bit more respectful to his mama with this baby shit because you ain't got no business having a baby. And the fact that you are not on birth control, and he don't want to wrap up because you ain't a hoe or a prostitute or porn star or stuff. Yeah. So he don't want to wrap up because you're his woman. He said his pullout game is strong. Shall see. You already got 2 kids. 31, you don't want to be old having babies. You can wait a couple of years for this boy because he got goals. He seemed like he's talking the right talk. Like to him, he said he need to get a job. He need to get his shit together. But mom is concerned because over his whole lifespan, he done spent 15, 16 years in prison. Will he be able to do it? And how can you trust that he will? Like, come on. Like, what's going to be different from the last time that your ass got out? What is going to be different? So he need to keep his head on strike. I always want the inmates to make it. I never want them to go back. I think another reason I like JK is I can relate to JK. Just like him, I grew up in church. And I think when you grow up in church and you're just around good people all the time, everything, so you just want to go out there and be bad. Because he started acting out around 13. What did he say? 13, 12, 13. I was like 13, 14 when I started slipping away from the church and doing shit. You know, less people had eyes on me. So I started doing other shit, you know, especially when dads go away. My grandfather had a stroke. And I had just started high school, literally just graduated and started high school. My grandfather had a stroke. Then my dad went to prison. He went to prison. I thought we was doing good. He had a record store. We had all kind of shit. But apparently my dad, his brother, and my uncles, it was a whole little family thing. They were the biggest heroin dealers in San Diego. This shit was all on the news. Happened in the 70s. They even took my damn bank account. They took my shit. So, like I said, I can relate. So when certain people get out of your life, at least I just put it on myself all of a sudden, shit changed. So I can relate to OJK. So I'm hoping that he stick with the goals, wanting to get a job. I really be rooting for him. But sometimes you watch these shows and you can see certain inmates get out. You're like, yeah, your ass ain't gonna make it because you coming out with the fuck shit. So you just not gonna make it. So we can always see it. We've been watching this show so long. We could tell who's gonna stay out for a little while and who's gonna be right back in there in minutes. But I'm rooting for you, JK, because you love your mama. I'm rooting for you, guys. JK. I wanted to do something just a little different. I wanted to show you the products that I use for my face every day. Very simple shit that I do every day. That won't cost you a whole lot of money. I don't wear a whole lot of makeup. I use a few items. The first item that I wash my face with, y'all, someone says something about my skin. I'm that type of person. Once I find something that I like, I keep using it. I don't change it because I have like combination skin. Certain parts are oily, certain parts are dry. So I use this shit called black soap. You can get this at Walmart. You can get it at Target. I normally get it from the beauty supply store. It's less than $5. So this is what I use every day on my face. It is literally called black soap. I use Clinique for eyes, wrinkles. I just started using this. I first got it when I got one of those perfumes, but it had everything that went to it. So it was a product that had something to do with eye cream and stuff. So I started using it and I would notice a nice little difference because I was doing my makeup one day and I went to pull my eye down and that shit went back all slow and shit. Said, ooh, what the fuck is happening right now? My eye just did pop back in where it's supposed to went all. I said, okay, time to start using cream. My advice to people, once you get in your 40s, I think I should have started using shit like this in my 40s and I probably wouldn't have that problem. So you can use this, you just put it on at night. This shit is expensive. Lotion, I always use the same shit. I use this. It helps with my skin from being all oily and shit. It just works for me. I don't know if it'll work for you, but this is what I use. Now for makeup, I don't put a whole bunch of before shit on before I put the only shit on. This is what I use. What is it? Is it Go Naked or Stay Naked? No, that's Portia. This is Stay Naked. And this is 80 NN. I've been using this product forever. And I do it old school before they came out with little puffs and shit to do pack that shit on. I use my finger. I put the shit on like lotion. Put the shit on, not like scrub it, but I use my fingers. And then I tap it and shit and I put the shit on. I also use this for my little concealer and shit. I use this. I'm looking for something better because them dark circles is really starting to come fucking up, okay? They really are. But this is what I use. I don't use no spray and shit afterwards. This is what I use. Nothing else under. I ain't got time to do all that shit. Eyebrows, if you give a shit. This is Revlon. This shit is getting hard to find. Sometimes I have to order off the internet. It's dark brown. I like it because it does not smudge. So I put this on first on my eyebrows, brush the shit in. Then I go over with a liquid pencil, the cheap one. Can you see the cheap shit? NYX or whatever. I use this. Everything for me is dark brown to try to like line it up and make the shit look good. So that's what I use. And then I finish off my look with Smashbox lipstick. I don't know what color it is. I'm starting to have a hard time finding this. I hate when I get used to some lipstick, some shit that I like, and then they discontinue it. So I don't even know if I can find this anymore. So this is something I have to look on the internet. I think it's like rose red or some shit, but I like it. I have it on now. It stays on all day. And when I come home and I do videos like I'm doing now, I don't put none of that shit back on. I ain't got time to do that either. So I go ahead and I use this Anastasia. I use this. I take a little bit. All you got to use is a couple of little drops. You put too much on, you're going to look like you about to get buried. So all you need is just a little bit. Put that shit on. It gets rid of shine and give you kind of a little cool look. So that's it. Just figured I'd share that with you. Anyway, you guys, don't be an asshole. I'll see y'all with something else later on. Bye.